I lost my virginity to a homeless man. Let's talk about it. I understand that this sounds absolutely insane, but I need you to just stick with me, okay? Just stick with me. So I'm 21 years old and I have this job working at this office, and not gonna lie, like, I was not treated the best there. I worked with some girls who are not very nice to me, and a lot of the times I would eat lunch by myself. So one day I go to sit on this bench that's right by where I work, and I sit down and I see this guy who's like playing his guitar, very attractive, and I keep coming back and I notice that he's there a lot. One day we're out there and it starts raining, and we both like go under this gazebo so that we don't get wet, and he's kind of chatting with me, and I find out that he has a dog, and that is where he tells me that he actually is homeless and he sleeps like under this bridge most nights. So I'm getting to know him a little bit, and I come back the next day and like the next day after that, and I just keep like trying to interact with him. And one day I buy him like something to eat and his dog, and we just chat for a while where he tells me like he chooses to live this way, all this stuff, blah blah blah. He has a very charismatic personality, and he's just like really fun to talk to, and he's like wanting me to be adventurous with him and like just skip work and hang out with him for the day. I'm like, I can't do that, and there's just a lot of differences between us. Then one day I come out for lunch and I see that he's kind of like hunched over, he's not being his normal self. He says he has a really bad migraine, and I'm like, oh, I can go like get you something. He's like, don't worry about it, it'll pass. And so I go back to work and I go home and I try not to think, but all night I am worried that he is going to like get seriously hurt or just not be feeling good. So I put some like pain pills that I had got when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. I bring him something to eat and something to drink, and I dress really cute because I guess I'm trying to impress him, and I go down there. At first he's like, you can't come down here at night, like it can get kind of dangerous down here, you should go home, blah blah blah. I'm like, I just wanted to check on you. And he like thought it was very nice that I brought him something, but he did inform me that he is a recovering addict and he cannot take the pain pills that I brought him, but it was very nice of me to do that. Throughout this time that we've spent together, I realized that I just really like him a lot. He's not like anybody I've ever met, and while I'm there hanging out with him, he's like, you know, you should probably go, and I'm like, what if I don't want to? Then he starts kissing me, then things go a little further, and I did not inform him that I was a virgin. So I kind of freaked out after it was all over, because I just like, I don't even really know this guy that well, don't know if he has something, we didn't use protection, so I'm like freaking out, and I just dip right after. And I don't come back to see him for like over a week because I'm just like panicking on the inside, just like about everything, like can't believe I did that, all this stuff. He like leaves me a little note kind of by the office where I work, basically saying like, you know, let's talk, he misses me, come back and see him, blah blah blah. And I want to, but I'm scared, and my best friend invites me to go out to this bar that night, and I'm like, you know what, instead of going to see him, I'm just gonna go to the bar. I get to the bar. It's supposed to be like this double date between me and my best friend and these two guys, and I noticed that the band playing, the drummer, is the guy. It's the guy. He comes up, swaggers up, interrupts my date, and basically is like, can you give me a ride home? And obviously we're not gonna like divulge all his information to them, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely. After that, we talk a lot, we hang out a lot. I know him, but I feel like I don't know him, and there's like just kind of some weird things about him, things that just don't really add up. And then I miss a period.
My best friend of 5 years just stabbed me in the back and got with my ex. And she thought I wouldn't find out, but I did. So let's do a story time. Her and I have been best friends off and on. I say off and on because she's always done things that just don't add up. But for these past 2 years, we've been solid. Like, I see her almost every single day, and when we don't see each other, we're always FaceTiming. This just happened, so I'm still freaking out. When I was with my ex, she would always insist on us three hanging out. Like, me and her couldn't hang out alone anymore. She'd always want him to come. And her excuse was, oh, because I want to get to know him and I need to make sure I like who you're with. After the first day that she actually met him, I forgot about this. She went and followed his Instagram, and she didn't even tell me that she was going to follow my boyfriend at the time. Like, she just went ahead and followed him. But why did she only like one picture? A picture of him from 2 years ago. Just of him. So I screenshotted it and sent it to her and just asked her, hey, like, why? Her excuse was, oh my gosh, you know, I was stalking his page late last night to make sure like there was no girls. I was just trying to be a good friend to you, and I must have accidentally liked his selfie. I'm a little delusional over here, and I believed her because she was my best friend. I didn't Oh, trust me, it's about to get way worse. I would always go to my job at a certain time. Like, my schedule has always been the same since I started there. And my boyfriend at the time would always bring me lunch. He told me he was craving Chipotle and he was gonna bring me Chipotle. He would always show up at the exact time I'd clock out for my lunch. But for some reason that day, he was running a little late. And this is where I put pieces together. Him and I would share locations with each other, so I was easily just able to see where he was. But I also shared my locations with my best friend. It was at the same Chipotle that he was going to. So instead of watching his location, I just started watching hers. I saw her location slowly start moving towards my job. So I thought, delusional again, that they're coming to surprise me. Like, he came with her to surprise me. Until I saw her location stop down the street from my job. When my boyfriend showed up without her, I asked him, what were you guys doing together? I know you guys were together. He told me he had no idea what I was talking about and he had not seen her. So he denied it, so I went and asked her. And her story, same thing. I was not with him. I don't know what you're talking about. It's just a coincidence. She claimed that she didn't want to be in our drama and she's just going to turn her locations off permanently with me. I'm not even going to talk about him and I, but just know that we split on bad terms. But of course, when we split up, my best friend was so there for me, so supportive, and was telling me how he was trash and I didn't deserve him, and she knew all along. So how did I figure out that they've been secretly like with each other? Her and I had plans for that, and she told me that she had to cancel because her family's beach house was going to be open and no one was Airbnb-ing it, and she said that they were going to go. Normally, when she'd go to her beach house though, I'd always get invited, and this time she insisted that it's just strictly family. So I decided I'll just take myself to Target and have like a self-care pampering night. And when I was at Target, I heard my name being called from somebody behind me. It was her mom and little brother. Then she asked me, wait, why aren't you at the beach house with my best friend? Then I flipped a Uno reverse. Well, why aren't you at the beach house with my best friend? When I tell you guys how bad my stomach dropped, then her mom says, well, I know she's there because the Ring doorbell keeps like sending me notifications. When you get a gut feeling, you just know. So I asked her, pull that up right now. And sure enough, there they were. My heart is like absolutely shattered by both of them, but just mainly because my best friend could do something like that, and I just feel like actually no, that story was from Reddit, and I would definitely invite that girl to Big Hearts Only Club, which is an all-girl group here in Southern California that gets together to make genuine friendships within women. For any girl who's struggling to make genuine friendships or just finds themselves feeling like their friends could be wishy-washy on a dime, that is why I created Big Hearts Only Club, for the girls and the girls only who support one another, encourage, and uplift, and aren't like that girl and are not like that girl. Big Hearts Only Club on Instagram. I'm gonna go read more Reddit stories.
Do guys just like not love me the same way girls do? Or does my man just not want me? Cause like I know I'm not prettier, or I know I'm not the prettiest girl in the world, and I know I'm not prettier than Megan Fox. But like, just hear me out. So like when I really, really like a guy, I'm gonna think they're the hottest person ever. And like I know objectively, like I know my friends don't think he's the hottest person ever. I know like objectively he's probably not the hottest person ever. But in my eyes, like you could name anyone and I'll be like, no, I think my man's like hotter than them. Or more attractive. And I kind of thought it would be the same way, like the other way around, but I guess it's not. Because like we were on FaceTime last night, and I was talking about how like when I knew him in 7th grade, he would compare me to Megan Fox. He would be like, okay, so if Megan Fox is a 10, you're an 8. Like I remember that exact, like I remember reading that text message. And so I brought it up on FaceTime. I was like, oh yeah, remember when you like used to do that? He was like, oh yeah. And then I forgot, like I genuinely forgot who brought this up. If it was me, that was my bad, but still. But I can't remember who brought this up, but then we started comparing like me to present day me to Megan Fox, like prime Megan Fox. And Transformers specifically. And so we both searched it up, and then I look at her and I'm like, oh, I'm not prettier than her. And then, you know, like a loving boyfriend, I mean, I know he doesn't love me. Like we don't obviously love each other. Like it's not at that point. We've only been dating for a little, but still, like a nice person would just like not agree or not say it. But he was like, yeah, like you said it. I'm not gonna say the words, but yeah. I got so pissed. I was like, okay, you gotta go to bed. Good night. Okay, that sounds so unfair. I'm not saying I'm prettier than Megan Fox. Like, I know I'm not. And I'm not saying I'm the prettiest girl ever. I'm not asking him to think that. But it's just the way, like,
I think he's like, if you ask me about any guy, I don't even look at guys like that anymore. Like, I used to go around like seeing if guys were attractive or not, but I just can't find guys attractive anymore other than him. Like, and you know, like I could say like a guy's objectively attractive, but like there's like this sort of like, this sounds so weird, but there's this like veil in front of them where I just like don't find them attractive in that way anymore. But I guess it's not the same for guys. And then even his best friend, so I told his best friend in advisory today, and he was like, what the heck, he said that? Like, you're supposed to keep that in your mind, you don't say that out loud. And then we brought it up at lunch because it was funny, and then he was like, haha, that was so funny. And he was like, what do you expect me to say, or something like that. I don't know, I was just sitting there like freaking pissed. But again, like, I'm not pissed because he thinks Megan Fox is prettier than me. Like, I know she is. I'm not expecting him to think I'm the prettiest girl ever. But at least don't say that to me. And also, I just thought you liked me more, but I guess not. But I don't really care anymore. It was just like something to say, or a good story time for y'all, because I genuinely have been thinking about that for the last day straight, but now I'm finally over it. Anywho.